Welcome back to Cafe Latte. Yeah. It's today, Thursday? Who vows to stop major hospitals selling furry sedative illegally? What? Woo? Coachella, 10 reasons why you should go. Sport tournament space might be only a few decades away. Yeah, I believe that. It should be true. You really never changed. I know. It was surprisingly nice. Catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Are we gonna mention it? Are we meeting high school people? Hey, Andorea. I'd like to order again. Again? The usual? The usual? Back to the experiment? Yes. I think the last one was the ramen ID, but there's no harm checking some other combination. Really? Alright. I thought it was necessary for you to want that. You know what to do, do I? I hardly know what the heck I'm doing. This channel is dying. Cannot really think anything creative, to be honest. But there we go. I think I was always meant to fail the first one. Try this. Thank you. Just what I need. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. Couldn't help over hearing you both. Sound like you two go way back. Way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Your bodyguard? Your bodyguard? This is interesting. So it was business? Oh, didn't you met here? Yeah, when he was a bar. What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Dwarves? Ah, those two bastards. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. A vampire is supposed to be, you know, strong, powerful, manipulative, mind-controlling, tough. Just because I'm a vampire doesn't mean I know kung fu. Besides, I had a couple of drinks, and I could have taken both if I was sober. A couple, really? You were trash, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time, we didn't even know each other. But because of that, the whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, you know, with a blanket. Obviously he was too drunk to drive, so I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. I was stuck with him until morning. Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. Those dwarves could have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they may have had ties to the mafia. Well, there's quite a situation, I may say. And I might have lost some of their money on the stock market. A lot of their money. Yikes. They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I've heard what they were talking about before the fight started. And your Hyde was innocent and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. What a stroke of luck. The universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning, I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. After all the trouble you caused me the night before, I took you to breakfast, but I took you to breakfast. That will solve everything, right? Don't tell me that's going to for nothing. I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke, breakfast was an offer I could not refuse. I was broke, I had no moolah. It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves? That's rough. God, I didn't know you were in the army. War veterans. You know what it reminds me? I think it was Death, Robo and Sex, right? With the one with the werewolf soldier. Oh my god, that was such a cool scene. If I'm not wrong, I could be wrong. I think it's from that series. I could be wrong. That was quite rough. So how do you go from working as a bodyguard to working to the hospital, Gala? Well, when he was working with me, I noticed... Hyde? I prefer we skip that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. He had a scarf, a huge scarf. I mean, you look pummeled, to be honest. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. I just say something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life and helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or a doctor, which is why I chose a hospital admin instead. So you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. I know. Anyway, Andorea, I'd like to order something now. Of course. What would you like? Can you make me a tea-based drink that is warm and cool at the same time? What? You make me something that is ice and fire at the same time? Chili with ice? I don't know. Yeah, cool. And tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time. Yeah, warm and cool. There we go. I totally didn't check a guide to see the recipe. Midsummer Night Dream! Like that book. Well, it's not really a book. It's a play, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's a play from Shakespeare. Here's your order! Exactly what I need. Wanted. I wonder how I got it. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. It is? Oh, Freya. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Speak of the devil. Yeah. Hello, good people of New York. Well, we're in Seattle, right? Is Seattle New York? No, not. I probably have pissed off a lot of people. And one vampire. It's good to see you too. Freya. By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was just surprised that you weren't here. Ah, this is how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. I have no interest in flirting with you. I've got... I got high standards! You know? Yeah. You look so tired, Freya. How day at work? Oh, how could you tell? Call it werewolf sense. Right. I hear you're some sort of nurse, so you couldn't say something like that. I showed Andorea my draft, and I actually got some good feedback. You're welcome. That's good to hear. Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff, and also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good idea. Sorry, it was a good day. That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you are on a roll. Okay, Jesus, I took an ibuprofen, okay? It helps a little bit. It still a little bit hurts, but still I'm still doing this, okay? Appreciate this. Subscribe because I'm trying. My pain. And speaking of hospitals, how are your hospital admin life doing? That's not even a word for you. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there. Pretty boring to talk about. But mostly had operational stuff happening in the hospital. It's more like a managerial point of view. Things like how much specialists cost and how much it affects our income. Oh, it's more to a financial point of view. So you're like finance? Accounting? Also deal with patients and their families. How do you deal with them? If they require intensive care such as operations. Go through what we do and how much it will cost them. Kinda like a biz dev for people's lives, Dean. You could say that. Damn, that sounds complicated and hard. That's why it's suited for my job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients will find his job pretty tough. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective. Good point. Why do people rarely talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist or think about the necessity of it. Exactly, it's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyway. Self-professionalism and loyalty. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here, this journalist, picky. He needs to be a bit less loyal though. Right? You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years. 50 years? Damn, you're basically a hospital founder at this point. Whoa, I didn't know that. Wait, 50 years in the same position? Holy, that's for a promotion, man. They keep offering me new positions, mostly managerial. Take it. No interest. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, as I told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course. But what I got at the moment is more than enough for me right now. And I still get a raise while I'm doing this job. And I still get raises while I'm doing this job. Really? You still get raises? Fascinating. I really cannot figure you out. That's gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice chatting up with both of you. Are you going to stay, Hyde? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yep. Safe trip. See you around, Andorea. And you, Freya. See ya. Take care all your way. Wow, interesting. I guess when you're immortal, you take it a little bit more chill and easy. You know, it's kinda hard to believe. Someone like Gala could be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So how do you guys met? Seriously, I have to retell the story? Yes. Come on, you're not going anywhere. Alright then. We met in this space back when it was a bar, yada yada yada, and play. Oh, what? Really? Whoa. We'll keep doing, okay, yeah. I knew Gala used to be in the army. Yeah, that's the most surprising bit, I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why did he make the jump from, you know, how should I say this, a very physical job to medic? Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Are you trying to squeeze the story from me? Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya? Come on. I won't get into details. But going to war, he messes with your head. So he has PTSD, SMH, I'm not surprised. Is it what most of them have? You see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he wasn't confident in was his strength, so he only did work that relied on his muscles. They want to help him to get over his trauma though, right? Of course not. It was the only thing he could do. Or at least it's the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle? Hey, I didn't know about all that time! Makes sense. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard. And we weren't that close yet. So no personal feelings. And yeah, his strength, and then I got to be interested in him. Interest? I think he's a cool person. That's all. I agree with that. And after a few months I noticed his problem. Suggest he talk about this with someone, seek help. Which she refused. Of course, no surprises here. But I kinda pushed him to do it. How? It's complicated. Eventually he did go to the professional help. Of course I have no idea what happened in his therapy session, but in the end he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me, and not so long after that he started working on that hospital. And he's being worked... Good evening, everyone! Hi. How are you doing? That was unexpected for you to show up. Another Tinder date? Another in-and-out date? You caught fish there? Astronaut? Naut boy? I still don't know his name. Oh boy. Good evening! It's nice to see you again. We are so glad to see you, Barista. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? Ah, we sure have. On Earth, please call us Nail? Like, okay, Nail. Yes, Nail. Is that your real name? Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we don't really need the trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seems like the name Nail has a lot of association with Earthling efforts in intergalactic exploration. No. I know I mispronounced it 300. You mean Neil? Neil Armstrong? I don't got a nail? Like nailing? Neil. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not accustomed to such name. Oh, I get what you mean, yeah. I believe we did not met the last time we were here. I saw you from afar where you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So, hello, my name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hi. You come here often? Well, someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yeah. Oh, you are not from around here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Sector 3. Far away. By far away you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. You know you're gonna say bad, you're just strange. It's so bad that it's just strange to you. That sounds far away indeed. But what are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like this? Oh, this? We chose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived. Really? Image? Did you went to NASA? Ah, the Army Gendru album cover. Oh, no wonder you look familiar. As for what we are doing, this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skill with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista. What do you want to drink tonight? We totally gonna notice a UFO in this room. Then you show? This is how you say it, yes? Yes, so... anything? Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anyway. You really cannot taste anything, huh? Yep. What if I can brew a drink that can make you feel something? Interesting promise. Well, without you'll be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. Milk, honey, and mint. Oh, this is interesting. The milk and yeah, this will be interesting. There we go. Milky Way. Let's see. I hope I got this right. Thank you. What the? Interesting. Before you ask, yes, that's how they drink. This. Oh, got upset. What? Hey, how you doing? What is this? Well, we have never been able to taste anything in our life. But this is a breakthrough. Have to report it immediately. Done. Thank you so much from all of our kind. You are one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes. Usually, no. But you cannot be so sure with Freya. That definitely was the highest form of compliment. What are you, Neil? I'm sorry, Jesus. Us? We're travelers. Doing our job, the space you call Milky Way. What kind of job? We're tasked with a mission to spread our seed. Drink to that, Neil. Oh, you're really here to find a day? We told her. All the way from galaxy far, far away. Wow. It turned to be very desperate. That's how perfect exists everyone in the universe. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand. We're glad if we can make you laugh. Ah, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breathe? That's actually a good question. Why us? Why us? We're sorry, but that is classified information. Oh, man. But we believe it's alright to share it with you tonight. Thanks to this eye-opening drink from the barista. You're welcome. I owe you this story. So why? Everyone, including us and you, and everyone else, is tasked to keep the balance of the universe. Okay, very deep and philosophical. But sometimes it's hard for some civilization to maintain balance by themselves. Because unknown threats that are beyond each civilization power can appear. And that is where we come in. What? I still don't see the relationship between that and impregnating us. You're quite dense, aren't you? Hey. You came here to give seeds, so a half-bred of your kind can be born on Earth. That is correct. That's it. The half-breds will be a half earthing and half whatever you are. Yes? Assuming that you have some powers that we cannot comprehend, you are trying to make sure Earth will have its own protector. That is 100% correct. Holy shit. Holy shit. But this motherfucker speak much more English than I could ever speak. You're trying to give us a superhero? Our own personal Clark Kent? Yes! Yes, that is what you people would call the protector. But why through all the hassle? Why you have to breathe? Why just give one of you, you know? Just, you know, to work? Like, just put it in? Nah, well, maybe it will sound too invasive. It sounds like a lot of work. Why not just explain this to some? I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't mind giving birth for superhero. That's the problem, I think. Sadly, it's not as simple. The future protector has to be someone that loves this planet more than anything. They have to be born out of love. Wow, which we learned. Wow. They know what they'll deal. They know what they're doing with it. They need an origin story for the hero. They need to build it up, you know. There's like, you cannot just from a lab. We don't want a Homelander in here. We want an actual Superman. We want something like Spider-Man. Oh, you don't want something from a lab? Freya? See? Neil is the expert in here. It's a very complicated field on Earth. We have it easier back home due to the nature of our communication. We understand everyone deeply by default. So everyone on our planet loves each other from the moment they're born. Wow, that sounds beautiful. Maybe too beautiful to my taste. And creepy at the same time. Why? It sounds like your planet is a giant spherical orgy. That was a badly chosen word. Neil, the fact that you know what she meant made me pretty happy. But it's roughly similar to the truth. It's just an orgy. Unity. It's a bowl of orgy. Oh my. If what you say is true, shouldn't we help them to get laid with, you know, love? God, that's all we need. Otherwise, we might be responsible for the birth of a super evil person instead. See? Neil know what he's doing. He's doing a good job, okay? He's finding love on Tinder. Have you ever tried Grindr, Neil? I can promise you, you're gonna find a lot of love in there. Well, how's the mission going so far? I cannot say it's going well. I'm not so surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. I don't think not many people can handle that. Could you handle them though? Me? I don't know, what do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decide to go on a date. Or maybe go further if it got you good story. Oh, are you assuming that she's a slut for just stories? For newspaper stories? Oh, you're not offended by that? Not in the slightest. You're wrong though. I go on a date with them, but I don't like to sleep around. Oh, so it's quite opposite. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Really? They do? Excuse me, miss. Excuse me, miss. Is that for me? From what we gather, does it mean you are willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories? I was like, no, It's quite the opposite. Wow, no wonder your mission is going isn't going well at all. Neil! Neil, damn it! One day you will get it. We're gonna get our superhero here. Don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner. Let's chance for stories. But I'll only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You don't have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me. If I heard of those terms before, let's check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives. Yes, that's called commitment. Such a strange concept. Now, why with such rules do you still face overpopulation problems? Ah, Neil! Neil! If only you know! See? Human, this spherical orgy creature. There's too many cons. There's too many. We have too many problems. The orgy ball is too powerful. Okay, we cannot compete with that shit. We cannot compete with the orgy ball. We're too weak. Just that, we're too weak. We're weak. We are weak species. Now that you mention it, we don't have enough control of ourselves. And those in charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention some races live for a very, very long time. So even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought our kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least that was what we gathered from your information network. Yeah, I mean, most, if not all, but we have, you know, 200 explain. Jesus Christ, someone help me. I'm just a barista, man. I'm just a barista, man. Theoretically, that should be the case, but Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We learned so much today. Neil was like, we learned too much today. But we have another question from Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? You're pointing on Freya. I'll advise you for someone less insane. First of all, I would suggest going on step by step. Most of the time you start by dating, boyfriend or girlfriends, you know. Before you talk about marriage. Okay, so how can we become your boyfriend? It's like, I don't know why this question. The question, I bet $100, even more actually. This is the question that one of the most popular question on ChatGPT. If you have a statistic, like the most stupid how to do things, it's like how to be a good husband, how to be a good boyfriend, or how to be a boyfriend. I'm gonna fucking bet $100 that is it on one of the top, one of the most searched on ChatGPT. I'm so sure about that. You could start asking her whether she actually is single or not. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I am single. Do you want to be our girlfriend? Do you be our girlfriend? Now, the path of starting to date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow. The breeding process of that is surely extremely complicated. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Except when you have a big chungus between your legs. Can be easy if you are a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone good at communicating with others. That'll be really challenging for us. Extra spicy challenging. Even after all that, making kids is still in a totally different league. Most women prefer it if their male partner wear condoms. Condoms? It's something you wear to prevent a pregnancy. Why would you do a mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? One question, Neil. Are we biological compatible. That's my only problem. Like, you wanna breed, but can you actually breed? You know, DNA wise? Huh? Pleasure. What is pleasure? Oh, this information is too much to process in one evening. Ah, I feel you, Neil. I feel you. It's like talking to a kid. The flower and the bees. So we talk about using condoms, but how do your kind have sex? Do you just touch? Touch? Like seeing how you drink. A condom might be something you cannot use at all. Poop. It's like touching your nose. Like, poop, you're pregnant. Poop. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking funny. You say Neil. Poop. Pregnant. I'm just a baby. Poop. And the abdomen just boom. Oh, I wish they made an animation where they boom in the nose. Boom. Oh, that's true. How do you do it? We're pretty flexible with that. I believe he's made of tentacles. You open these, well, it's like, oh, tentacles. But we cannot tell you the details. I sure don't wanna know. Well, I'm sure don't wanna know. Unless we agree to the mating ritual. Freya, don't do it. Freya, I know you want stories, don't do it. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Me either. Oh, you don't need to worry. It will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Especially the mental part. We did our research, and we tried it on the testing subject we made. You... Okay, how did it went? It was proven. The mental capacity of Earthing is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir. Oh, we did not know that. It's like having sex with a puppet. Like, oh, it's like, it's a little bit more complicated than that. You wanna train your wrist a little bit, man. Being born on Earth is very difficult. Yes, Neil, it's very difficult. Comparatively to our OG floating ball, is definitely more difficult. It is. I have to agree with that. Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given to us tonight. You're so welcome. I really hope you succeed in your mission. I really want Superman. I really want a Superman in here. And become evil and also make a Justice League. That will be so interesting. Means a lot for our mission. Let's report our findings to the base. How will you proceed with your mission with this newfound information? We are not sure yet. It's yet to be discussed after all. It was really nice talking with all of you. You're welcome. It's been a pleasure. We're off now. Bye. Take care of your way, Saya. That was really something. Yes, it was. Unexpected, I may say. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, but their date never came. I think they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer or? Wow, I'd like to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. We can all be angry at such naivety. I guess so. By the way, has the young woman been back since I spoke with her last time? You mean Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. Well, her boyfriend did come a few days ago. And Freya was being pretty nosy, to the point that Miss Gala joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble, huh? Sadly, I have to agree with that. You're not calamity. It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation, unless it really piques his interest. Or he annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow. Oh, you're going away to Korea? So I'm off for today. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh well, it's be a peaceful week then. Oh well, it'll be a peaceful week then. Anyway, need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business, huh? Ah, she didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee shop. That's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then, see you around. Take care of your way, folks. And ladies and gentlemen, my fellow subs, people, viewers, audience, hope you enjoyed this one. It was nice. It was nice to talk with Neil. Let's get our superhero. I sure hope they would add the superhero at the second game, or at least like on the newspaper. So they released the second game, I think recently, or at least last year. I cannot recall. Anyway, we're probably gonna check it maybe one day. I don't know when. Anyway, thank you for watching as usual. Have a lovely day, lovely evening, and a lovely bye.